With double declining, what we have to determine is the straight line rate from when we do the straight line depreciation. And in this particular example, we have a truck cost of $50,000, a useful life of 5 years, and a residual value of $4,000. So to determine what we're going to do for double declining, again, we have to determine the straight line rate. We take 1 divided by 5 equals 0.20, which is 20%. For double declining, we're going to take the 20% multiplied by 2 and gives us 40%, or you can do 2 divided by 5 and it still gives you 40%. We're going to use that double declining rate of 40% to determine what the annual depreciation is going to be and then what the book value will be at year end. So here's an example based off the $50,000 truck cost, 5 years useful life, and $4,000 residual value. Okay. In year 1, we have a cost of $50,000. We have no depreciation yet. Our book value is currently $50,000. We're going to multiply by 40%, and that gives us $20,000 for current depreciation. We take the $20,000 minus the book value, and we determine that we've got $30,000 year-end book value. For the second year, we're going to start off with the cost. We're going to apply our accumulated depreciation, which is now $20,000. We obtained that from our previous year's depreciation. Our current book value is now $30,000. We're going to multiply $30,000 by 40%. That gives us $12,000. We're going to subtract $12,000 from the $30,000 book value to determine that the year-end book value is now $18,000. For the third year, we start off with the cost of $50,000. We now have accumulated depreciation of $32,000. $20,000 in the first year, $12,000 in the second year, gives us $32,000 of accumulated depreciation. Our beginning year book value is $18,000. We multiply $18,000 by 40%. That gives us $7,200. That's our current year depreciation for the third year. And our third year end of year book value is $10,800. We're going to come down to the fourth year. We've got a $50,000 cost. Our accumulated depreciation is now $39,200. We determine that by adding the first year, second year, and third year depreciation. That gives us $39,200. Our current year book value is $10,800. We're going to multiply this by 40%. That gives us $4,320 of current year depreciation. Our end of the year book value is $6,480. We're going to come down to the fifth year. We have a cost of $50,000. Our accumulated depreciation is now $43,520. We'd get that by adding the first, second, third, and fourth year depreciation to determine $43,520, and our book value is $6,480. Normally, you would multiply the $6,480 by 4% to determine what the current year depreciation is. However, in the last year of depreciation for double declining depreciation, we have to look at the residual value, which is $4,000, and we cannot go below the residual value. So if you multiplied $6,480 by 40%, you would not get $2,480. This is simply me taking the current year book value, $6,480, and subtracting the year-end book value, which is also the residual value that I want to arrive at, and the difference is $2,480. This is what I make my current year depreciation in the last year doing double declining to end up with the $4,000 residual value. Again, I repeat, in double declining, you cannot go past the residual value. When we do straight line depreciation, we take residual value off the front end. When we are doing double declining, we deal with the residual value on the back end.